How are you all feeling today?
Good.
Diwali.
Awesome. Faiza, how are you?
Busy.
Why special?
Busy. She's like taking down notes. Even before Samir started, she's like, okay, what is he going to say probably? I'll start taking it down already. So, welcome everyone to this session. Today we are going to have a download of how do we approach contests or how do you approach speech in general. So you can think of it for the contest or you can think of it for any time you will be presenting speeches on stage. But since the contest is coming, I'll put the context of the contest first and foremost so that we have a clear understanding of where this is going. How many categories of contests are there? Four. All right. And what are the four categories?
International, humorous, evaluation, and table topics.
International, humorous,
Table topics
Evaluation.
and evaluation.
right? So we have these four categories. Out of these four categories, what is common for all of them? In how it is assessed, one is in terms of content. Right? Now, before we get into this, what I also want to share is, okay, content and then
Delivery.
delivery.
Delivery. Body language.
Now within delivery there is MVP. And what we're going to do today is we're going to be focusing on this piece of the judging ballot. So in a judging ballot you have area for content, you have area for delivery, and you have one more category over there,
Grammar.
grammarian. Not sure, it's not grammar, it's called something else. Just give me a second. Do you have the judging ballots copies over here? Judging ballots copy we have.
I have it on my phone.
I think it's been shared in that group.
Which group? By colleagues.
Tuesday, Wednesday, all the colleges. The first day.
Maybe Surya ji will have.
Yesterday I was judging this. I have it with me. But I was waiting if you guys have it in the
Language.
Yes.
So in terms of correctness and appropriateness. So we are not going to be going into that aspect and we are not going to be covering on the content aspect. But when it comes to manner, voice and physical, these are the things that we are going to be covering today in our session today for education. Now when you look at this, in which categories do you think it is important?
International.
International?
All
All categories?
It should be.
Alright. When it comes to manner, it is part of international, it is part of humorous, it is in part of table topics, but it's not part of this. Manner is not on the judging ballot in terms of assertiveness. Voice, so somebody wants to take the evaluation form, or let me just. So what is the key distinction between the evaluation speech and all other speeches?
Other than speeches, that is the feedback, which is not.
What is the distinction between an international speech and an evaluation speech?
There's a lot of difference.
What is the difference, primary difference?
Number one,
Structure.
timing. Number two, structure. Number three, evaluation, how you're evaluated by the judges.
So what is the judge looking for in a speaker?
It depends on which category you're talking about.
I'm talking about evaluation.
Evaluation, they basically see how positive and how motivationally you can evaluate
How
the
you-
speech. Because now the latest thing is only one point of every point of positive, you say you must try to balance it with how you can improve rather than neglecting it or bringing down the speaker's.
I think now you have comprehend the speaker's speech.
So if you look at all these three categories, you have sections for content, delivery, and language and correctness. Whereas when it comes to evaluation, what is there is analytical quality, recommendations, technique, and summation. These are the only four categories that are there in which the judge is looking at you in how you present your evaluation. So this, you can be in a evaluation speech, you can stand on a podium, you can have a script, you don't have to have any body movement, you don't have to do dramatic, you don't have to do anything. It's about how good you are at critical thinking is what they're actually looking for when it comes to an evaluation speech. But when it comes to the other three, this is counted for. And this has 30% of your scores. Now, today's example of when Aaron came to the stage. How would you describe Aaron's presence here?
Confident.
Confident. What else? What other words would you use to describe Aaron's presence over here on stage?
Imposing.
Imposing. Okay.
Authentic.
Authentic.
Influence.
Influence. All right.
Prepared.
Prepared.
Emotions were there.
Emotional. What else?
The voice tonality.
The voice tonality. What does the voice tonality? What did it convey for you?
Confidence.
Confidence.
It was steady throughout.
Okay.
The voice modulation part. Only in the beginning when he said he was nervous, after that the complete module went in the same voice pattern.
No, he had ups and downs in his voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
He actually has
but
a.
that was not very dramatic. Very much to
It
his.
was needed. I felt that it has an impact when
Impact.
there.
Yeah.
It
That
was
was very
impactful
good.
actually.
So, Aaron, when you came and stood over here on the stage, what was your feeling?
In the beginning, I was nervous.
Yeah.
But I think once that initial feeling went away, I was able to just flow with it
Okay.
and then feel more confident as I went on.
Now, there was a trigger for you to feel nervous.
Yes,
Right.
it was
What was the trigger for you?
it was thinking that I was going to be nervous
Okay.
beforehand, and
The
that
thinking before you even
Yes.
stepped on stage
correct
that you might be nervous
Yes.
put you into a state of nervousness.
nervousness, correct.
All right. And then once you came over here and you started delivering, what happened? What made it go away?
I was thinking that I can do this.
All
And,
right. And what made you think that?
It's just I knew my content. I had prepared, and I was ready to speak about the content. And that preparation made me feel more confident as I progressed with the speech.
What are you noticing from this?
Preparation, what he did.
Preparation.
Preparation is one. What else?
Conviction.
Conviction.
He's accepting all his feelings.
It was the
very well.
process which he was actually processing it.
Okay.
In the process, he felt all those things.
How many of you feel nervous when you come on stage?
And
Do you feel nervous? And what do you think is the source of that nervousness?
The thought.
judgment
sounds.
about the
Judgment.
Mhm.
What else? Judgment is in somebody else's hands, and you cannot control they're judging you or not judging you.
I just
No, I just thought that it might be like I might forget whatever I'm just. That is some of it.
Unpreparedness,
Fear of failure.
fear of failure,
confidence.
confidence. I'm feeling nervous right now. You see this? When I said that, all of you laughed. What made you laugh? Think again.
He used a personal angle.
Like, Mr. Pradeep said, question everything. Question everything that is going to be happening over here, including what I'm saying, because I am not a solivagnant in the journey of Toastmasters. I rest on the shoulders of giants who came before me and from whom I have learned. But if there is anything that goes wrong over here today, I'm completely responsible. If there's something that I'm saying that does not resonate with you, I'm responsible for that. Am I?
yeah, you are.
Yes, you.
I know.
Ideally, it should be.
So, let me put this straight again. I am only responsible for what I say, not for what you understand.
That's the point. That's the point.
Right? You are responsible for how you interpret and take things in life. You are responsible for how you take the experience and then you translate it for yourself. So today, what I want you to realize or recognize is this. We'll do one thing. Let's watch a video. And Akib is going to play a video right now. I want you all have paper and pen with you, right?
Yeah.
This is going to be a speech. How many of you have heard The Power of Words by Mohammed Katani? The speech? Okay. You're going to be an audience to this speech for the very first time perhaps in your life without audio.
No.
Okay. You're not going to listen to it, you're going to watch it. Okay. So observe, and I want you to take notes of whatever you're observing. Go ahead. Observe Muhammad Katani's every movement.
Mute.
Maybe we have to switch off the light.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
And now it's more Diwali. Are you feeling uncomfortable?
Yes.
Alright, good. That's good.
I can just click on the screen now.
Put the audio on.
No, he's just switching off the audio.
Alright, pause. That's enough. So now I want you to share what have you noticed so far.
Confidence. Cigarette.
The cigarette.
Without audio,
Like-
it looks nervous.
Without audio, it looked nervous.
Yeah, in the start.
Starting his face was
with the
nervous.
nervousness.
Maybe
Okay.
I feel that is he was trying to portray him as nervous.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
not
the
sure.
audience was clapping that time and he was just taking a breath.
Okay.
And after that, I think he started his speech with his particular cigarette in his mouth. That was it. And other than that, his expressions are amazing.
Alright, great. What else?
After 3 seconds, his expression changed to confidence.
Exactly.
After 3 seconds, it's okay.
Yeah.
Exactly 3 seconds.
Yes.
Yes.
What else? What else did you observe? Sumit, what did you observe?
Observed he put the cigarette and
Yeah.
about to light it. But then he thought something and then he walked.
Yeah.
So it was a kind of expression which was like shock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good. What else?
Try to do
Change.
something unexpected like a hook.
He tried to do something unexpected like a hook. Alright.
Change the behavior before there is cigarette and
So, my question now next to you is, this is what you're seeing. What is your interpretation? Reflect on that. How do you interpret his actions?
You got
As a viewer.
audience attention.
Okay. What else?
It's subjective.
Subjective. Good. Tell me again. Can you unpack
So,
that a little bit more?
The way I'm looking these expressions is totally different than the another person is looking at.
Yeah. So we're concerned about yours. What is yours?
So in my way, again, cannot define it because I just have visual.
Okay.
I don't
Let's
have
play.
the full picture.
Let's play for.
Looks like it's going to be a numerous speech, the way he started. I mean, that is what I interpret from the.
With sound. We're gonna play with audio from here. Or
No,
from
play
start?
again till that point.
Minute. 1 minute.
And you can start from where he's taking the stage.
Yes.
The Power of Words, Muhammad Qatani. What?
kills? Let me tell you something. Do you know that the amount of people dying from diabetes are 3 times as many people dying from smoking? Yet if I put a Snicker bar, nobody will say anything. Do you know that the leading cause of lung cancer is not actually a cigarette? It's your DNA.
Can you pause? Yeah. Now, I don't want you to deconstruct the content because we are not looking at the content over here at all. Our focus is not the content of the speech. Again, look at the delivery. What are you observing?
Created suspense.
Created suspense.
Unusual start.
Unusual start. Again, you're looking at the content. I'm looking at the delivery. What else?
Question. He raised the question.
You raised a question.
He created an
He's
oomph
very confident
factor.
to begin with a defined way
Hmm.
and attract the attention of all the audience, because he knows the moment he takes a cigarette, people will open their mouths. So the power of words of the people will resonate with what he's trying to say, and he just goes on the contrary of what he's trying to say and what is happening.
Okay. Wait, what else?
Challenging tone.
Challenging tone. Can you unpack that a little bit more?
Yeah, so he's asking, what do you think smoking kills? No. There is another reason, which is a bigger reason. So he's challenging them because they might agree, yes, smoking does kill, and he wants to change that.
Hmm.
There's a first one.
Yes. But again, that's going a little bit on the content. In the tone, what was there?
It was like, do you think smoking kills?
Okay.
Something like that.
Alright, good. Anyone else? Any other observation?
I think his voice and the physiology was very much on the stage. I mean, what he's speaking more than that, even his body language.
Body language
was- I mean, the body language is saying a lot.
Even his
Or-
facial expressions as well. Like he came in and just like, even before saying anything, like you could tell he was ready to say something that was gonna create, I don't know, questions on potentially, I don't know, what he was about to say, I guess.
Great. I want you to replay again from the start. Go to the point where he is on stage. And just keep your yeah.
The power of words, Muhammad Quatani.
Like he's ready to say something crazy.
What?
Pause. Check how many seconds he took to utter his first word.
0.38 seconds.
Almost
Not 38 seconds. He took almost 10 seconds from the time he took the floor and he was in control. First, his movement was taking the cigarette. From that time, his clock starts. So almost 10 seconds, he said nothing but created an impact in the entire room. Right? That's delivery. So, voice and physical is in all of them. It matters. So what is physical?
The body language you're talking
Expressions,
about?
what-
Body language.
And the facial
The way
expression?
he looks at the audience and he refrains and he looks straight eye contact with the audience and he's asking them and defining them. I love the confidence. It sometimes looks like arrogance, but he's hooked in the audience right from the first 10 seconds.
Yeah. You can switch off. We don't need this anymore.
Yeah.
Switch off the background.
I closed it, yeah?
Yes, you can. You can switch off so that you don't have light disturbance. All right. So before we go further, what do you think is the intention that I have agreed for this session? When Abdullah called and asked, can you come and do a session for us? What do you think is the reason that I said, all right, let's do it?
Adding value.
Adding value. Okay.
You
Great.
want one of the winner from here?
I want one of the winners from here. Okay. Any other reason?
Maybe you're supporting the goal, the world. There should be a world champion from TGIS.
I'm supporting the goal. Yeah.
I thought so.
Certainly. Any other reason? What do you think is the reason, Abdullah? I said yes immediately when you said.
Delivery
challenge.
All right. Why is it a challenge? For how many of you, delivery is actually a challenge? We're not talking about delivering kids. That is a challenge, I know, and I can't help with that. But what is it's a challenge.
Yeah.
All right. Why is it a challenge?
There could be so many ways to deliver.
You're scared of the way you'll be judged. And if there is no audience to listen to you, then I think nobody is afraid. But once you have an audience, everybody starts thinking, oh, I'll be judged for everything I'm going to say, deliver, even the pauses that I'm going to take.
Yeah.
So fear of judgment is there in almost everybody. That's why you get scared of all these challenges.
And in contest, you're going to get judged. If you're not going to be judged, you're not going to be a winner. So, how do we get comfortable with other people judging us?
Practice.
Accepting.
Accepting. So, Abdullah, once again, what do you think is the reason I said yes? Abdullah is confused. What question are you asking? Why did you say yes? I didn't think why you said yes. I know why I asked you, but I don't know why you said yes.
You want to share your knowledge, you want to share what you know, you want to share with others.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
You
And also
created
work on
fear
yourself.
on his face. Look at
Work
Abdullah.
on
He's
myself.
scared.
It's an opportunity for me to work on myself, you said?
Abdullah is scared now. He's thinking of what
Yeah,
he's
really
that's
want
good.
that.
Abdullah thought that you liked him, that's why you're saying.
And you can't say that aloud.
And I said yes because of that, by the way.
When I came and stood over here, what is the energy that you felt I was radiating?
Positive.
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 Very
What else?
positive.
What else?
Confidence.
Confidence. Where is it coming from?
From your experience, from
Experience,
practice.
From experience, from practice,
Knowledge.
knowledge,
And from the rapport you create with everybody.
and the rapport I create with
You
everybody.
make everybody feel comfortable.
So one intention that I have is for each one of everyone who's sitting over here to take part in the contest. You know, because that would be one of the reasons why you hesitate to go and take part in a contest, saying that I'm not yet good in delivery, I'm not yet comfortable on stage, I'm not someone who can actually go there and deliver a speech and compete with other people. I'm not that person yet, so therefore I'm not going to go there. And my hope is after today's session, you would just let that thought disappear. You would just let that thought not be a part of your life. That is one of the main reasons why I said yes to this. The second is to actually explore what's going on really actually, in terms of delivery, in terms of what are the challenges. So what I'm going to do next is, I want you to share with me what are your top challenges when it comes to delivery. Articulate in a statement or a question, what is your top challenge when it comes to delivery?
Breathing.
Say again?
Breathing problem.
Breathing problem, all right? Okay. If you're not breathing, you won't be able to give a speech.
Yeah, suffocating.
Then what happens is somebody else gives a speech because you're not breathing anymore.
Fear of failure.
Fear of failure.
So go blank.
Fear of criticism.
Fear of
critical
failure.
judgment.
Going blank.
Nervousness.
Forgetting your prepared speech.
Yeah, so that is going blank everything, right?
Exactly.
What other reason is there when it comes to delivery that you hesitate to take the stage?
Fear of criticism, fear of judgment.
I think the judgment.
Fear of,
Judgment.
okay, let us put all the fears together. Fear of criticism, fear of judgment. What else is there?
Fear of failure.
That's already there.
For me, the language is a part. I think that maybe my grammar is not all the time correct, and people are going to judge me on that.
Yeah.
True.
So language is 10 points out of the 100.
Okay.
And
In a speech contest,
Okay.
only 10 points are given for language. The rest, 90 almost, is for So 50 plus 30 or 55 plus 30, depending on which contest you're taking part in, is for the rest. Probably 10 or 20 marks is only given for language or grammar or correctness. So as someone who is judging you, they can't score you on content or delivery based on your language big time.
That's good information.
So what else?
Nervousness.
Okay, let's put that here. What else is your challenge when it comes to?
So, when I am delivering, I identify my faults and I started judging myself.
Self-judgment.
That's
That's very true.
It's very true.
Fear of crowd.
That's what I don't understand.
Fear of crowd,
Yeah, audience, fear of audience.
fear of audience.
Yes.
Is that the same as judgment?
No.
No, I think looking there are so many people in front of you, that is.
Okay, all right. Fear of audience. What are the reasons?
Pressure of doing,
Pressure of doing.
I mean,
Pressure
Okay.
of lot of expectations also.
to do
Yeah.
your
I
best.
expect too much at the point.
Performance
Becomes
pressure.
very difficult.
Yeah, performance pressure.
High expectation.
High expectations from people like who have
Abdullah.
already done.
Like Samir, Geepee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put pressure.
No. High pressure.
Every time expecting century from Sachin Tendulkar.
Exactly.
Pardon?
Every day
Sometimes
expecting
you
something.
get nervous when you think that the other person who is standing in front of you, sitting in front of you, is more knowledgeable than you.
Yeah,
So comparison,
that's true.
right?
Yes.
Comparison.
If,
Yeah.
if you think that the other person is not that knowledgeable and you are more competent
Then
than
easy.
him, then that won't be a problem.
Yeah.
You can say anything and he will take it, right?
Yeah.
But if he is more competent than you and you think that way, that would cause little.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like a
got it.
self-judgment.
So let's say that's also judgment, but let's say comparisons.
Yeah.
Like for example, there is a champion speaker in the club, and then when he's speaking, we're like, oh, we can't go in that category.
Yeah.
So we'll win anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Or
Yes.
it might happen at the club, area, division, or district.
Exactly.
That we might have this feeling that I'm going to compete against this person. Oh, he was the last year's district champion. How am I going to compete with this person?
Correct.
So that sense of can put us into a state of feeling uncomfortable with delivery as well. So comparison,
Comparison.
Unexperienced.
unexperienced. Okay,
Inexperience.
un or in.
Inexperience.
Grammarian in the room. What else?
Enough, I won't be able to deliver my next speech. Just say all that.
All right. So my hope is that once you see all of this, and once the session is over, you will let all of this go. All right.
Then you write one more, please.
Which one?
Self-critic means high expectation from your
Self-critique.
own self.
Self-judgment.
Self-judgment is there. So self-critique. Anything else?
Moving stage with purpose. Finding a purpose to move, use the stage.
Okay. Finding.
Proper.
Okay, let's say stage.
Yeah.
Stage movement is a challenge, so you just stay in one place and you just deliver. Anything else?
Motivation from the audience.
Motivation from the audience. Can you unpack that a little bit more?
Means if there is lots of audience, but they are like silent and all that.
Yeah. Like for example, you're giving humorous and nobody's laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Possible. So audience response. This is what you mean. Correct? Audience response?
Yeah. That's true.
So you were wondering if the audience is going to respond or not?
Yeah, for humorous speech, you are thinking that maybe they laugh or not.
Okay, yeah. So audience response again. Yeah. What else? Any other? Think if you have any one of them, download it. Now is the moment. Share any reason. If all the reasons that you can think of because of which you hesitate from delivering is on this sheet right now, it's fine. But if you think there's one more that you're not saying it, say it now because you're not standing on stage and saying it. You're sitting over there and saying it. So yes, Aaron.
When you forget what you have to say, sometimes you
Going blank.
Going blank, okay.
Yeah, so forgetting. So this is when you're giving, right? This is not before you're giving. Is it before or during?
During.
This is
No,
during.
before.
No, this
So
is
you're
before.
you're fearing that you might go blank.
Yes.
Even before you've gone blank.
Yes.
Okay.
Regret of losing.
The regret of losing.
Fear of failure.
Yeah. Fear of failure.
Failure, yeah.
So that is there.
It's there.
Anything else?
Previous experience?
Previous
Bad
experience.
experience,
Yeah.
yes.
Past experience, which
Unpleasant, maybe.
this is very true for me. When I was young, I had to go and stand in front of an audience of 3,000 students for a morning assembly speech, and I froze. And I was probably in my 5th standard, and I said, public speaking is not for me. And then I didn't do public speaking at all. I went to boarding school after that, and one of the sirs over there, he said, Samir, you should do it. And I was like, no, this is not for me, and I didn't do it. I went to college. In college, I had opportunities. I said, no, this is not for me. They forced me into one session. I froze again, and then I realized this is not for me. So yes, experience, when you have negative experiences in life that is not work for you in your favor, then you would hesitate in stepping up on stage. But this happened because of something over here also.
Yeah.
This was not the reason. This was not the first time that I stepped on stage. These happened, and then this happened. And then after that, only this happened, and I didn't give opportunity for these to happen. What else? Anything else? Anything else? We are on the lucky number 13.
Yeah, it's good.
Are you saying there are only 13 reasons for you because of which you're not stepping up on stage?
I know all this, and I know I need to manage this. Still, I'm not able to manage.
Okay. So somebody had on this like knowledge is power. What was that?
Knowledge is potential.
Sujit had no? Knowledge is power. So
Just to make 14.
no, but not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Knowledge is the enemy now.
Not doing, not
How many
able
people
to
believe knowledge is power?
Potential power.
100%.
Yeah. So knowledge is not power. Knowledge is power only when you apply it or use it.
Applied knowledge is power.
Applied knowledge is power, otherwise it is not power. So we have 14 reasons.
Where would lack of confidence come in?
I don't know. Where?
Is there any
It is in everywhere. Nervousness, fear of criticism, I guess. I think so.
Okay. Now we are stretching ourselves. Ashish, how many minutes have we done so far?
We have only done 33 actually. I got so lost in your.
It's always happened. It always happened with
Yeah.
33 over?
Yeah.
33 is over.
Yeah.
So you didn't put any of the green for.
Yeah. So now it starts again.
Okay, let's start from again.
I also
It doesn't feel like 30 minutes, right?
Mm.
So if you look at all of this, and if you look at this, out of M, B, and P, which one do you think is the most important?
Manner.
Voice,
manner,
manner.
all that.
P.
P is for performance. Huh?
P is physical.
Physics.
P is about body language. It's about
Physical.
how you show up on stage, about how you manage the stage. So when you're standing on stage, if you observe, if I speak like this, what I'm doing is I am showing my back to you, which is in a body language way saying that you're not important enough in this moment for me. Whereas if I step back and look like this, I'm saying you're in my radar. I can see you, but I'm looking over here for just now. So if you look at how I move around the stage also, I go like this, just so that I don't have to turn my back around anyone. So if I'm moving to the PowerPoint, you saw I was walking like this. Right? So that is how you manage the physical area. In my opinion, if you sort this out, manner. What is manner? Let me look at the ballot and specifically mention to you what is manner about? Now this. Manner is about, in the ballot it is written, directness, assurance and enthusiasm. Directness, enthusiasm and assurance. I just made a DA because I'm watching Breaking Bad right now and the DA, drug enforcement, is there over there, but it's easy for you to remember. Directness, enthusiasm and assurance. And this is not when you're on stage, I would say. It begins before you come on stage. It begins before you even step on stage. If you look at everything that you have said over here, and this is something that I have recognized in my journey, if you look at everything that you have said over here, what is common, and this is very typical of people who step on stage in the beginning, including myself. Let me ask you one question once again. What do you think is the reason I am not nervous?
Experience.
Any other?
You're comfortable with the audience.
So, I don't have the experience of delivering this training before. By the way, this is not a Toastmaster education program. Toastmaster have their own education programs that teaches you certain things. This is something that I have not done before. I don't have the experience of delivering a workshop on delivery at all before. In fact, I have not seen anyone deliver also on delivery before. So what I'm doing completely is authentic and in the moment for me. So what makes you think that I am not nervous?
You're thinking that you know the answer.
I'm thinking I know the answer. What else?
You're above the judgment. You are not.
I'm above the judgment. What else?
You prepared it in your mind, like how you're gonna go about it.
Okay. What else?
You're very calm and very composed.
I'm very calm and composed. What is the reason for that?
You have let go all these 15.
Okay, great. And I've let go, and then what I'm keeping in my mind? What is it that I'm holding in my mind? Because when you let go of this, you have to replace it with something.
Confidence.
Because if you don't replace it with something, this will creep in back.
Self-belief.
You are the best.
That I'm the best.
You love yourself.
It's good. Yeah, I
You
love myself.
yourself. And you think you're enough. You don't have to prove the world anything.
Acceptance.
I mean, that's the
Acceptance.
achievement. If you
Yeah.
can do it, then nothing like that.
Maybe
What else?
Sincerely.
See, all your answers are true. You know, everything that you're saying is true. And you know this, and you're not able to apply it. You struggle with this information. It's not that you don't know this, but still you struggle with this. So there's something that I personally embrace when I come on stage. Two things actually. So when Abdullah said, you got to present this, the first thought that came to my mind was not to create a PowerPoint. Why?
You like interactive sessions.
I like interactive sessions.
You always.
And what's the magic of interactive sessions?
Everyone's just there.
Engagement is there, right? I will tell you, when I step on stage each and every time, what I do is I don't think of any of this, I think of one thing. And that helps me all the time. And that could help you all the time. Every time you sit down to write a speech, every time you come to deliver a speech, every time you're sitting over there waiting to come and give a speech. And that one single thought is to stand here and to add value. Nothing else.
Stand here and
Add value. Focus on, is the person sitting in front gaining value or not from you? If that is the thought, then this disappears. We are not the focus, they are the focus. The moment you start focusing on yourself, all this can come up. The moment you're focusing on them, all your attention, all your energy, everything that you're doing is for them, then give it your all. Because make it about them. Make it about your audience, make it about them walking you and saying, wow, I took away something today. And I said this in my early general evaluation. When you stand over here, think of the space as a responsibility. And if you can think of the space as a responsibility, then the responsibility is to add value. Add value to others. Add value to your audience. And if you're writing a speech to add value, not because you want to be seen as a winner, not because you want to be the best speaker, not because of any of the titles, not because of the claps, not because of the laughs. You're not there for that. You're there to add value. And if it's a humorous speech that you're giving, the value that you could add is, of course, that they laugh. But again, focus on, are they getting value or not? And if that is your primary focus in your preparation, then what can happen is all this can disappear. Do you see that? Do you see that happening?
The focus has been changed from you to the audience.
Speaking with free mind.
Speaking with a free mind.
Speaking with a purpose.
Letting go comes with practice. This has been something that you have been holding on for so long that it's become a muscle for you to embrace it automatically. What this space and TGIS has offered me is the opportunity to come and exercise a different muscle. Ask yourself, which muscle is it that I want to exercise? And then work on that muscle. And if you work on muscles, what happens?
They become stronger.
They become stronger. And I wish all of you become stronger in your delivery, in your presentations, and in your journey as a speaker. With that,